do.
Here we go.
Okie dokie. So, first ban and pick for Falstad still bugged here then.
What are you anticipating? Another Murky?
So they did ban the Murky last time, didn't they? If they don't want to face Murky and they don't want to play him, it could be the one they go for. Yeah, they're just not having any of it. No Murkies here today, thank you.
Makes me look like I know how to play the game.
And we did have a variant ban last game, but they are going to ban the Falstad straight up. Obviously very good on
for the
this
memes,
map.
they're saying.
Yeah, well, I mean, they are called Falstad still bugged. I believe they do often pick Falstad.
Yeah.
So I mean, they're sort of advertising their weakness, right?
Yeah, exactly. Some banter happening in chat as well around it.
Of course,
using bugs.
Looks like it's all in good
right.
taste.
Yeah, no, of course. No, it's unsportsmanlike band.
So
that variant first band last game is showing
getting the pick straight up.
Getting it.
Okay. Alex is telling me I'm wrong as always. There was a Nova pick apparently in the Division 1 game, and it won. So I don't quite know. I don't know quite how that's happened.
We'll have to see that one again.
Okay, yeah, I've totally messed that up. It was rigged. You're right. I'm going to blame Cosmic actually for the rigging. Yeah. That seems reasonable.
Just pass all the blame to Epic Source. That's how it usually works, right?
I can live with that. I can live with that.
So Team Solid still taking their time with their first two picks. The hacker. What do you make of that?
Well, I guess they've been listening to Epix. He does insist that the hacker is the best hero. So I guess they've gone with that.
Very strong support.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, these are great picks. Obviously, you get the global from the Dahaka. Obviously, very strong on the map. Mouth just the tier 1 healer at the moment. So, yeah, totally reasonable pickups from them. I think we might likely see... Well, so unless Falstad still bug have something up their sleeve, they might well look to pick up a support here to prevent getting restricted on that.
I'd like to see even Rag as well. The taunt into Sephora Smash is pretty powerful.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, Rag is just generally a very top tier hero at the moment. So I would completely agree. There we go. We get the Rag. No support. They are going with the Li Ming. Yeah, I mean, variant Li Ming is very scary for sure. Very scary for sure.
Wow, that is very powerful. Are you going to ban out from that now?
Yeah,
the support. You can try to choke them on a support.
I guess that's where you've got to look. Maybe the Rhaegar ban is the thing to look at.
Possibly.
He is sort of generally considered to be the next best support. They do go with the Tassadar ban. Don't want to get burned by that again.
No, I don't know whether there would be anything to back up the Tassadar after that, though.
No, although we do see Snow Kid crying in chat, so it may just possibly be that they were looking at that.
The Lomps Vikings, don't do that.
Now, I will say, I don't think Vikings is where Solid is looking.
Is it Gaslow, though?
Probably isn't Gaslow either. I feel like Falstad still bugged, maybe trying to wind us up.
I don't know. Could be very annoying. The Gaslow in the bot lane just constantly pushing. Who knows? Maybe they're worried about that new meta.
I think
they're going to wait to the last second.
I feel pretty secure in saying they're not worried about that. Which isn't to say that they couldn't ban the Gaslow.
How much are you going to risk on it with 3 seconds to go?
And we get the switch to ETC.
Yeah,
So
damn.
seems very reasonable.
Trolling us.
That, yes, that I sort of guessed might have been the case.
Yeah, I would have thought so.
So, yeah, what I was going to say with regard to the Vikings, I think Dahaka isn't the hero you'd pick if you were planning to go Vikings, just because
Dahaka very strong
you don't need the global.
You don't need that.
Indeed, indeed, and not so great when it comes to sort of continual rotations or anything like that. So
if you replaced with the hacker with an ETC, then maybe we could be seeing Vikings. But
if they'd gone ETC Mouth, Vikings would have been a really strong follow up at the tail end. But that isn't where we're going here.
It's nice to see Team Solid really taking their time over this. Actually, really thinking about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, they go for it anyway.
They do.
They debated us completely.
And the Valera.
Unbelievable.
So I can see that. I can see that.
I'm happy with that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they still could have chosen Vikings last pick. They could have done the last pick Vikings. I don't think Falstad Still Bugged are really.
Falstad Still Bugged could absolutely have picked Vikings in their rotation. It wouldn't have been bad at all.
Li Ming resets doesn't. I don't know. We'll see if the Vikings work out for them. They have a huge amount of burst on the side of Falstad Still Bugged just to make Eric just not be part of the game most of the time. We'll see how that works out.
I like the Valera. I've not tried Valera Vikings yet.
No.
But I can see some potential there for sure.
Silence on Li Ming is going to be excellent there, or
absolutely.
There you guys.
So Brightwing and Zeratul. So
Zeratul is the designated Viking hunter of the match.
He is.
Imagine.
He is absolutely. Yeah, Epic's also a little bit concerned about the Dahaka along with the Vikings, but we shall see.
They probably need some more heavy front line to go along with that, I would think.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, sorry. On the side of Team Solid.
I mean, yeah, I'm thinking.
I think they have to pick a ranged here, don't they?
Possibly. I mean, I'm just thinking that the hacker can't really do so well with the.
Fantastic.
Oh, very.
We have arranged, and it's a Rainer. They didn't want Tychus. They've gone Rainer. I don't really know why.
Do you prefer Tychus?
Yes, quite significantly. Yeah, I'm not sure why you'd go Rainer over Tychus here. Unless it is, as chat is suggesting, for the memes.
Because Captain Rainer is on Indeed. Rainer.
Exactly.
That's why you do it.
Possibly even for the first. Yeah, look, chat is loving it. Possibly even for the first time in Heroes Lounge. I'm not sure.
As well?
He doesn't do it very often. I know that because I've seen him cheating by not playing.
Going to Team Solid here for Captain Rainer, Ron Rainer.
Probably so. Yeah, probably so.
So at the end of it, who do you like more?
I mean, I love Vikings. I'm a big fan of the Vikings, and I'm a fan of them on this map particularly as well. But that being said, I feel like Falstad Still Bugged really do have the answer. The Zeratul will be hunting the Vikings presumably very effectively, and they have a real blow-up comp. When they catch somebody of the non-Vikings group, they are going to be able to demolish them, and that's very scary. So, we are into the game. On the left-hand side, we've got Falstad Still Bugged, Slays on the Ragnaros, Snowkid on Li Ming, Camp Hamster on the Brightwing, Popcorn on Zeratul, and I can't make that out because he's moving, Feltarion on the Varian.
And on the right-hand side, on the red team, we have Team Solid with Pitor on Valera, Estacopi on Dehaka, Sardonic on Malfurion, Captain Raynor on Rayna, and Solid Sloth on the Lost Vikings.
And we're having a bit of banter coming out from Team Solid here. Yeah. They're trying to work out how they play their comp. They're not quite sure. Understandable. I'm not sure how they play their comp either.
It's going to be tough, isn't it? For them, I think.
They've got some awkward things they've got to deal with for sure.
But there is a party bush which is immediately sniffed out.
Balog does get away from the Zeratul. Pretty close, but he does get away. And we are getting,
I like the positioning on the scouting drone as well. That's to pick off the rotation by the Zeratul down towards the Eric as well.
So should keep him reasonably safe for the time being. We do see that rotation from the main group of Falstad still bugged down to the bottom lane, clearing the lane. They don't have great wave clear on Falstad still bugged. That is a factor that that will hurt them a little bit against Vikings. But I expect them to be able to deal with that and sort of work around it. Bit of a pick-off on the Varian, but he's going to get away. Going to turn around and try and come back in on the Valera. I think that might have been a mistake.
Whoa.
Nope. Yeah, Valera does go down. Li Ming getting a reset. Not able to follow it up, though.
Bit ambitious by the Valera, but good to see. Good try.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they've got this 4-man. It needs to be, getting value and getting pickoffs in the early game, or they are just going to steadily fall behind. So we have got Seasoned Marksman for the Rayner, which is going to be a little bit awkward again for him because he's not going to be laning as hard as you might if you weren't on a Vikings comp. So he's not going to get stacks quite as quickly as he might do. So we do see a 3-man group down in the bottom lane against only 2 from Falstad still bugged.
That's what you can do with the Vikings as well, because you've got Olaf, which could pick it up on the top lane, and Eric's trying to channel on the bot.
Does get delayed by the Li Ming, but and that is a Balog kill by the Ragnaros in mid lane.
Poor Eric.
Eric falls, and that's going to be resets.
Oh no! Nice pick off on the Zeratul.
Managed to spot the Zeratul there and get an easy kill on him. That's going to allow Pitor, I think, to get this channel. So that is a core HP advantage already for Team Solid. On the flip side of that, they are behind on XP, and that's not something you expect to see from the Vikings team.
Not at all. I'm not sure why that is. Yes, considering, no, I'm not sure, but it is how it is.
I mean, they've had a couple of sort of pickoffs on the Vikings. They've been able to deny a little bit of soak on the side of Falstad still bugged. So, I think that's
the Varian there.
Oh, yeah, and that will be a kill. All 4 members.
The Kofi there.
So
doing really well with that roaming comp actually, considering the lack of the hacker's ability to rotate with the rest of the team. But he's rotated top, trying to see if he can get anything on Ragnaros. This is the Tong, and that's going to be fine in the end.
Mertcamp does get some value down the bot lane.
Ragnaros in trouble up top here.
He is, yeah. Going to see the Brightwing come in to support him, and that will be enough to see him safe. We did, in the meanwhile, see Balog picked off by Zeratul in the mid, and that is denying a little bit more soak, again, from Team Solid here.
Olaf rotating down to pick that up as the hacker soaks top.
Is keeping care of top, yeah. Ooh, Captain Rayner getting a bit caught out here, but it does. We do have Pitter on Valera here to support. The route's not quite in range, unfortunately. Doesn't, but we do get another CC down on the Zeratul. However, Valera is going to be the one that falls. That Varian CC already starting to kick in. Dahaka comes in, but
that's Varian Li Ming.
Yep. So what happens when you can't dodge Li Ming's combo? However, are we going to get this channel? No.
No way.
No. It's close, but not quite. And that is going to be Eric falling, I think.
It's a very fast crab moving around there. But...
Oh, the dodges.
Captain Raynor trying to save it. But...
No. Eric's going to fall. And
the Zeratul soaking the top lane as well, trying to get to 10 faster than the Vikings comp.
I mean, and unfortunately they're going to. They're basically there, and we haven't quite got level 9 yet for Team Solid. Going to be difficult for them to deal with this one, I think. Like, being behind when you're the Vikings comp is really not where you want to be.
What you want.
No. It can still work, alright? So Vikings in the later game give you so much global pressure that you can just manage to sort of pick up the objectives here and there and make it work. But it is awkward for them, for sure.
And now Valeera is in a difficult position.
Valeera getting revealed by the Brightwing, and because we've got those level 10s, that was going to be enough to lock it down. Disintegrate from Li Ming, coming out to finish off the kill there.
I'd really like to see Dahaka move to a different lane here. I think Balog's got this with the Rag there. Could have some more value in the bot lane.
Yeah, absolutely. I do agree. It would give them an advantage in the bot lane rather than fighting 3v3 here. They do now have their level 10s, so we've got play again from the Vikings and Hyperion. We've got Cloak of Shadows. Now, my understanding, and you'll have to forgive me, I'm not a Valeera player. My understanding was that Smoke Bomb was considered significantly a stronger ult.
I'm not sure. I think they just have so much CC that they really want to remove all of those CC effects from Valeera.
Yeah, could be. Could be. So we've got a double shrine spawning, and that is a 4-man void into smash, into 2 kills, and that's resets all over the place from Li Ming.
It's a reset party here.
That's a 3rd kill as Dahaka falls, and that's very bad news bears for Team Solid. This is going to be
bad news bears indeed.
It's going to be both altars channeled in by Falstad still bugged. They're not going to try and get clever with it. They're not going to try and get a bell tower to amp those up. They're just going to take their 8 shots and be happy with it. And rightly so. They obviously need to be able to spread back out to make sure the Vikings aren't getting too much done. So, you know, they were under time pressure to be able to get back on the map. They do manage to pick up the opponent Merc camp here as well. So well done by them. Valeera nearly getting caught out, but will be able to escape. Dahaka, however, getting CC chained into taunt. That was a lovely mouth silence, and Hyperion is getting some value here. But the CC
a lot of value.
On
Vikings
the side
coming together now, but that's dangerous with a Li Ming around.
Li Ming isn't dead, but she is and therefore it was safe for Vikings to come and get involved in the team fight. But unfortunately, they're too late to make any difference. It is a 2 for nothing.
It's 13 as well.
It is level 13. It is another pick off by the Zeratul on Balog there. He was being pretty safe. Oh dear, missed an additional pick off on the Raynor.
Oh my. Raynor did have health at one point.
Yeah, looked like there was a taunt into
any
a poly.
Shortly after that.
Yeah, and the good old Li Ming deletion coming in there. Another altar spawning, and obviously we do have a bell tower advantage now in favour of Falstad still bugged. So this is worth an extra shot for them.
Oh,
maybe even 2. Olaf just gets away, but the mid bell tower is also going to fall here before there's any opportunity for Team Solid to pick up the bottom bell tower.
No, but the great thing about this map is comebacks are possible.
Certainly they are.
It's
Certainly they
happened
are.
a lot of the times before. So
Got a bit of a
they are on
gank.
even talent tiers right now.
That's another 2-man Void Prison. I think
But I think
the
the Sulfura
Sulfura Smash
was out.
missed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't look like it landed there, which is very fortunate for Team Solid. But Valera is going to get stunned out and killed, and Dahaka chasing the Rag, not going to be able to get it, and is going to fall as well. Taunt on the Rainer, going to finish him off,
Ow.
and that's going to be another reset. Leeming's going to pick off Olaf, and we're now 5 bell towers to 1. We're 32 to 18 on core health, and Team Solid haven't even really made progress in recapping this bell tower. There's the potential for, Zeratil's going to come down, pick off Balog once again. Yeah.
Oh.
And this is actually going to be 3 bell towers. So we
bell
are going to
towers
get
now.
channeled damage for... Oh dear.
And they're not really that close to getting any of these back.
No. Dahaka and Valera again going to be taken down. Rainer deleted with the Sulfura Smash. And I have to say, I think, albeit you can always come back on this map, but they're in a very difficult spot
tough
now.
They're gonna have to really try something new.
We have got a fort recapped, so they're no longer under channeled
Boss being taken.
damage. Boss is being taken, putting them at 9, and that means any 2 of these altars, which are now spawning 3 of, will be enough to end the game. And we're 16 talent tier against 13, so level 17 versus 14. I don't see how Team Solid are gonna manage to do this here.
Well, Dahaka's picking up the top left one.
And Hyperion is delaying at least the channel on the top right. Zeratul using
on just Olaf in an attempt to pick it off in.
Yeah. A little bit of a mismanagement here by Falstad Steelbug. They have locked in 1. That leaves them on 3 core health, and they get the kill on Pitor. But it looks like this isn't going to be game over. Solid Sloth manages to get the channel on that bottom shrine.
It's a pitiful 2 shots.
I mean, it is a pitiful 2 shots, but it's not 6 shots against them. So, still something to be pleased with. Yeah, indeed.
The comeback is happening. Comeback's real.
You never know. You never know. It still could.
Well,
we've
picking off the second
got 16s now. Yep. So they're getting the bell towers back under their control. They've got their level 16 talent tier locked in. Team Solid, if they're going to stabilise, they're in a position where they can do so. Is what I'll say. It's definitely still tricky for them, but it's not over. And there is still the opportunity there if they can win a couple of fights for them to be able to come into it.
Maybe he'll make it to the core.
Oh yeah, that they want to avoid for sure.
They will now.
They haven't got any core health to spare.
In a lot of trouble here.
Oh dear, got caught out. Yeah, that's happened a couple of times. I think Falstad Steelbug very good at spotting through stealth.
The Brightwing
they do get the pick off on the. Oh dear.
And that is a 4-man.
Oh dear.
Nice ice block from Mouth.
Very nice ice block, and the Twilight Dream does come out along with the Hyperion to force Falstad Steelbug back. But they did get the 2 kills. Yep. They managed to pick off the Mouth with the taunt.
2 there. And it's all or nothing here for these 2. There's any one of them if they lose.
Yeah.
Will be lights out.
Again, I can't really see how Team Solid are gonna manage to defend this scenario. But they're gonna give it a try. Dahaka going in at the back.
Not going to.
Dahaka does fall, and that is the channel being locked in by Ragnaros here.
It's going to be GG.
Good game, well played to both the teams.
I don't think anyone was going to say they weren't channeling that.
But That is going to be a 2-0 finish for Falstad Still Bugged. They will be closing the series out here. And